Operation Dump Trucks and Deadlifts is a go. I'm tired as heck. I already did a bunch of log presses before that, but as a part of Operation Dump Trucks and Deadlifts, I have to do 3x10 squatting on that rack over there with 2-minute rests in between. So, doesn't matter how bad I feel, I have to grind out those last couple of reps. So, 2 more sets. And then we have more accessories for that too. So, this is all so I can improve my deadlift, because I want to be deadlifting over 500 pounds again. Let's get at it. Three more. 2 more. 1 more. This is rough. Normally in the sport of strongman, powerlifting or weightlifting, you're not doing anything that's for this many reps. Considering that my deadlifts were the worst event that I had at my last contest, I placed at the bottom of the sheet there, I cannot let any gains go to waste during this prep for PA Strongest. So that includes having to do a crap load of squats and back accessories to make sure that my deadlift gets any higher. So this is the hypertrophy phase. So for the next 2 months, I could basically just do a lot of high rep exercises so I could build the muscle in that area before I worry about lowering the weights and lifting heavier weights. So 1 more set of these, and then it's an accessory for the dump trucks and deadlifts that we're working on, which is going to be our hamstrings. 1 more set. Come on, 4 more, 4 more. Come on. All right, well, unfortunately, I was kind of feeling some tweaking in my left knee there. I don't like risking anything involving my knees. So I started feeling a little twinge in that last rep. I'm like, you know what? I'll just re-rack the weight. And then we'll move on to the accessories right now. So what we're gonna do is hamstring curls, so we can get the hamstring muscles worked on a lot, especially for the way that I deadlift. I essentially leg press my deadlift, and that's how I want it to be. I got big legs. I want to make use of those legs. So let's go unload these weights, jump over onto the leg curl machine. And then after this, we'll show the other part of the dump trucks and deadlift workout routine where I only do deadlifts and squats on that day. So let's get to it. Now for the accessories that I'm doing on this day, it's just going to be machine hamstring curls. I'm generally aiming for somewhere between 12 to 15 reps of these. I'm hitting for 170 pounds on this one. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm not only getting a full extension of my hamstrings in there, but I'm also making sure to control the weight on the way out. So that's not like slamming down the whole way, that I'm making sure I'm really getting that hypertrophy out of this entire implement. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up with my accessories for today. I got one more set of accessories to do after this. But to continue the continuation of the dump trucks and deadlifts, we're gonna skip ahead to later this week where I have my deadlift day over at my home gym. We'll continue showing what the rest of this program is gonna look like on that day. So I'll see you guys then. Mwah. All right, we're sufficiently warmed up. I just did 3 sets for warm-ups usually, along with a bunch of other warm-up exercises that I normally do with, just to kind of make sure that entire posterior chain is nice warmed up, activated. There's a bunch of like banded workouts and all that. Maybe I'll show my warm-ups in a different video, but I need to belt up and strap in, as this is all the equipment that I ever use when I'm deadlifting at home. Reason is because I always strap in for deadlifts, since I don't have an issue with my grip if I were to go over and under per se, but since I train grip separately, and generally in strongman, we don't really have to go raw with just our hands for deadlifts. We could always strap in or use wraps or some sort. It's best to train like the way that you're intending on lifting when you're going to compete. So for me, I always go with straps when I'm training, and then just go for grip events separately. So we got 385 on the bar. We're just gonna do 3x7 for the deadlifts over here, and we're gonna do a similar thing over for the squats afterwards, and then we'll be good to go. So let's start hitting the working weights. Okay, so 385x7 went pretty smoothly, I would say. But now it's just dropping the weight. So I'm bringing it down to 365 from there. And the third set, I drop it by another 20 pounds. And it'll be 345 at that point. And that'll be a wrap for the deadlifts. And then I move over to the squats. So 2 more sets from there. Deadlifts are feeling pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking it. Especially now that I'm dipping my hip lower so I could use a lot more leg drive off the ground. Because the off the ground is my main sticking point. I want to make sure that my legs are nice and strong for that initial lift. So, second set. All right, still feeling pretty good. We got 4 more sets to go. Doing 345. I couldn't math, blood pressure, all that kind of stuff. I was like, how do you do math again? So yeah, last set, 345. Another 7 reps on that. And then after that, we'll get the bar over onto the squat rack itself and start doing low bar squatting from there. So 1 more set.
feeling completely destroyed from the deadlifts that I just did. I kind of gave my CNS absolutely no time to recover and jumped straight into setting up my squat rack for the low bar squats. I just went right ahead, set up the safety bars because I'm working alone in my garage, did a couple of warm-up sets, and just went right into the working weights after this.
Yeah, I definitely do not believe that I am as good at low bar squatting as I am with high bar squatting, because that's only like 10 more pounds of what I was doing just 2 days ago, and it already feels like it's brutal on me. Most likely because I just did deadlifts right before this. So at this point, for me, this is like turning squats into an accessory for deadlifts, especially the low bar style, since I hit your posterior chain a bit more, and that's what I need to continue building my deadlifts. Hence the name of the program, Dumptrucks Deadlifts. So 2 more sets of these, and then we're doing supersetted accessories afterwards. And that will be basically the entire program that I'm doing for my deadlifts. Let's get at it. One more. Okay, gonna drop the weight once because that last one was a bit of a grinder for me, and we'll go skip right ahead to the 2 accessories that I'm doing, which are going to be dumbbell lunges supersetted by banded hamstring curls. So I get the rest of my legs out over in there. So let's jump ahead to that. I'll close this out.
All right, so for this, we're just going to simply go through 2 more exercises. The first is going to be walking dumbbell lunges, in which I'm just going from the squat rack that I have over into the garage that I have. I basically get about 3 reps on both sides, just going over towards the front. And then I repeat that by turning around and then going back over towards the squat rack. I actually do this twice for a total of 12 reps as I'm going through back and forth throughout these entire motions. Once I finish that 12th rep, what I end up doing is just dropping over the dumbbells onto the floor, and then I jump over onto the bench that I have over here on the side and start doing some hamstring curls with an elastic band that I have sitting on the squat rack itself. And I make sure to get about 10 reps of these, somewhere between 10 to 12 on both sides, so that way I can make sure to really hammer out every bit of energy that I have left going off into my hamstrings, and that way I am fully beat up and fully ready to kind of just have that leg growth that I'm looking for.
Okay, I'm beat. So, hope everybody enjoyed that, the 2 days that are required of my Dumptrucks Deadlift program. I'm absolutely tired right now. My legs are destroyed. Mind you, there was only 2 days between my last video and this video, so this whole video is just over that course. So, I'm beat, but like I said, the whole goal is to improve on my deadlift. And since I have a max deadlift for reps that are going off over in December, That's a huge focus of mine right now, especially in the sport of strongman. Like, everybody needs to have a great deadlift. And for me, that's my worst event. So that's what this focus is for. But if you want to keep following, check out my shorts, check out my Instagram, check out my threads, all at LeoJGym. I'm posting a lot more updates over there, almost daily, honestly, of my lifts and the progress that I'm making so I can finally podium at an open strongman competition. But until next time, this is Leo signing out. Love you all. Mwah.